Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on, I forgot this part. There we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another WWE Fantasy Log. My name... No, I'm not doing that again this week. I am, of course, James Phoenix. With me, as always, are Jeff and John.
What's up?
Hello.
And we're going to do that thing we do every week where we look back on the week in wrestling, specifically WWE, and we score the fantasy log and see where we are and how horribly I'm being trounced by both of them. It's the road to the Rumble, folks.
Yay.
Let's see where it goes.
That'll change next season when both of our rosters get cannibalized.
Hmm?
Well, because we draft from each other's rosters, so John and my rosters are probably going to get cannibalized.
Possibly, but so will mine.
You don't have much of a roster to cannibalize. You can only go up.
Oh,
Really?
You have one
Not-
champion.
not only go up, but you have a good chance of going up.
Well, yes, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, if you look at my roster now, yeah, I might have a lot of champions per se, but I've got the only dudes that anybody's giving a shit about the Cruiserweight division right now. I've got the two good members of the Shield. I've got Jack Gallagher.
Roman Reigns begs to differ, as Roman Reigns has more points than either of those.
Yes, more points and less charisma and in-ring ability. What's your point?
We're not ranking charisma and ability, we're ranking points. Therefore, I win.
Ooh, whoopity fucking do. Guess what? Dean Ambrose has a mid-card title too. Let's see how that works out.
Yeah.
Anywho. Also, come Rumble, it's going to heat up anyway, because in case you forgot, I also have Brock Lesnar.
Yes, you do. Who's going to be lucky to have even one elimination, because I have a feeling Brock and Goldberg are going to eliminate each other.
That is possible, but it depends on which one of them is out first. That will be dependent.
It would be a double elimination, so they would both get a point for elimination.
True. That is correct. So let's open up the program and do what we do. Start off with the news. I will say one bit of a change this week. Because I did the scoring earlier in the evening, and that was fine, but I went back to get everything set up to start this, and Roger.com is down. So, yeah. It was scored via those recaps, but I do not have them now.
Okay, then.
Nope, still down. So, therefore, everything tonight, the recaps that I will be reading, at least the one, not necessarily dragging the points from, but the ones I will be reading, everything will be from CagesideSeats.com tonight.
Okay, then.
And that does include the news pieces, although I did see them on Roger first.
Fair enough.
So, let's go to the news. Probably
Now
the biggest
news. Don't touch that dial.
Probably the biggest news out of wrestling this week.
Mm-hmm.
Anthem has officially announced their plans to purchase the majority stake in TNA.
Who or what is Anthem?
Anthem Sports and Entertainment.
Fair enough.
And they were already involved in TNA because they own the official Canadian broadcast channel for TNA, the Fight Network. And went from there. They've entered into a definitive agreement to acquire a majority interest in TNA Impact Wrestling. The executive vice president for Anthem, and Nordholm will become president of what will now be known as Anthem Wrestling Exhibitions LLC.
Okay, then.
Dixie Carter will be stepping down as chairman of the board. She will take an advisory position for another subsidiary, Fight Media Group, where her focus will be on the global growth of the combat sports-related brands owned by Anthem. She will remain a minority stakeholder in the company.
Okay.
So there's a set of TV tapings scheduled to happen tomorrow. So, well, what was tomorrow? Yesterday. So it was yet to be seen whether they had time to make any changes before that went on the air, or whether this is still whether it's just this last taping will still be the same, or whether Anthem had time to make creative changes before then if they desire to do so. So this could be a whole new direction for TNA. It'll be interesting to see where it goes from here.
Fair enough.
Let's see. We get a week. It remains to be seen if they've had a chance to make big changes like replacing departed creative team members like Billy Corgan and Dave Lagana, let alone the possibility of rebranding TNA, something many fans and insiders have wished for a while.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see.
But in what may be a sign,
Mm-hmm.
what is that? What is that saying? There's a saying. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss, something to that general effect.
Okay.
There's a saying. Meet the old something, same as the new. Meet the new something, same as the old something. But I cannot remember what the actual turn of phrase is. I am failing at my quips. Yep, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Yep, that would be the actual thing.
Okay.
Oh, it's apparently a lyric from The Who. Okay, then. I'm quoting The Who and I don't even know it. But anyway, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Jeff Jarrett is returning to TNA because, of course, he is.
So he's given up on Global Force Wrestling, huh?
I guess. I don't know. But Jeff Jarrett is returning to TNA as an executive consultant, is his exact title, which sounds like a role with no definitive sense of power or involvement. And it could range anything from Jarrett just giving advice to him having some level of actual power. We don't really know. Of course, he's the founder of TNA. He doesn't have an ownership stake anymore because he left, but he's apparently back.
Okay, then.
And it's worth noting that also hired an executive consultant was Dutch Mantel.
Okay.
Nobody reacting to Dutch Mantel. Okay, then.
I don't know who that is.
As far as John didn't react to that.
Sounds familiar, but I don't remember.
Well, fair enough. He's done a number of names over the years, but you probably best recently remember him as Zeb Coulter.
Oh, okay.
Which is probably a good sign if you're one of those people who don't want Jeff Jarrett having too much power. If they have the same title, then Jarrett might not be in as much of a position to affect creative change as people might think. That, or we're going to see a lot more giant mustaches and broken guitars on Impact, and soon. So, but I do like the last line here. So, who wrote this one? Props to Mark Norman in here. But realistically, though, things are probably fine as long as no one gives Vince Russo or Eric Bischoff or Hulk Hogan a call. Jarrett doesn't sound so bad when thrown up against those dudes, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Moving along down the news.
Does that mean we're going to have Kurt Angle coming out saying "We the people"?
Anything is possible. On the plus side, I guess, which was kind of, I guess, all but never let me, but the murder charges against Superfly Jimmy Snuka have been dropped.
Okay.
when they he was it was of course recently revealed by his attorneys that he may only have 6 months to live. They were arguing whether he was fit to stand trial, and that the ruling about that came earlier this week. All charges against Snuka were dropped because the judge, after reviewing his treatment, ruled his condition is not improving, which ends the lengthy legal battle that started back in September of 2015. So we hope that he gets better, but we're glad that he's not going to go to jail and really last potentially 6 months of his life. I have one more bit of news here, and this one is kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put this one up on the big screen.
The Phoenix Tron 5000.
What?
The Phoenix Tron 5000.
Ha, yes. If I can get the image to load here.
If it's the Phoenix Tron, then every time he puts something up, he has to say, "Take that."
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. This is going to work out. Hang on. We can do it from this side. No, you just... Oh, don't you make the picture bigger, damn you. I want to make the picture bigger. Fucker.
You don't get that luxury.
Apparently not. Fucking bullshit.
You're bullshit.
Don't botch lines like that again. Well, then I'm just going to go ahead and do this then. Because this is the best I'm going to get it for the screen. So we're just going to go ahead and put this up on the screen. This is directly from Instagram. Let me get my screen share running here.
Okay, then.
I give you Wake Up, It's Feeding Time. The new self-help book from Ryback.
That is a wonderful picture.
It is. I like how he went out of the way to take the picture in his Ron Burgundy cosplay. Hannah, are you settling for less than your full potential? Ryback, also known as the big guy, may seem like he has it all. Success as a professional athlete, health, money, and a physique to envy. But in Wake Up, It's Feeding Time, he reveals that he hasn't always been so successful. He had to earn it. His keys to success, and yours too if you heed his advice, is to believe in yourself when nobody else does, set smart goals, and work toward achieving them. In this inspirational book, Ryback hands out gem after gem of useful life lessons, and he shows how you too can take charge and live the life of your dreams. A surprising and unique self-improvement book. If you thought WWE wrestlers were brawn and no brains, you'll be amazed as you turn each page of Wake Up, It's Feeding Time. Ryback shares with you an incredible number of practical things you can do to improve your life. From nutrition and fitness tips to financial advice to how to focus, he covers it all. He gives you some of his favorite motivational quotes that inspire him to do his best, work hard, and overcome his challenges. He even shares valuable insights for how to forgive, how to love, and how to be your best in every way. There's something for everybody in this book. Teens to grandmas will find motivation and inspiration in the words Ryback shares. Order yours now on Amazon.
Hey. Scroll up for a second. Not that far. Scroll back down a little bit. A little bit more. See that on the right?
Yeah.
Matt and Jeff Hardy's TNA contracts are coming up and WWE wants them.
Yeah.
So maybe there's more truth to that rumor than we thought.
We shall see. I'll ignore that NXT spoiler on the right, John. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't.
I don't know if you care. Do you care?
Not particularly.
Yeah, Chris Hero's back. He challenged Nakamura.
Oh, interesting.
Good to see Chris Hero. Anyway, yeah, so Ryback's book now available on Amazon. Check it out.
Fair enough. I wish him success.
Indeed. Good luck to the Ryback. All right. So that's all the news. It's fit for right now. Let's go on to the main thing that we do.
Indeed.
Let's go over here. Whoop.
It's time for another round of Score That Shit.
Let's go to the board. And everyone, all right. So, as we can see, still running rampant in the lead is Team Hug Life at 33.52. Clocking in a second is the KO Show at 32.35, and still trailing way behind is Certified Lunatic at 21.70. As we go over and give a check to the leaderboards, we can see that still in the lead is the Cruiserweight Champion, Rich Swann. That may change after this episode. We will find out.
Don't do it.
At 437, the Universal Champion Kevin Owens at 343, followed by the WWE World Champion AJ Styles at 333. Roman Reigns, the U.S. Champion, coming in at 308, followed by The Miz, the former Intercontinental Champion, at 281. Charlotte, the former Raw... no, she's still the current Raw Women's Champion. She didn't lose to Bayley yet, 264. Alexa Bliss, the SmackDown Women's Champion, 238. Big E, former Raw Tag Champ, at 221. Chad Gable, current SmackDown Champ, at 217. Seth Rollins coming in at 213 to round out the top 10.
Fair enough.
So,
let
me put this in the order, and we will do the thing.
You put that in the order.
As a reminder, I'm going to be reading recaps from Cage Side Seats, but the scoring was done based on the recaps from Raja. All right. So let's check it out, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Let me open this one up. That'll be better. Okay.
Let's do this, Jim.
Indeed. So we're going to open up with, let's see, what do we open up with here?
Raw.
Well, no shit. I'm trying to see where Raw opened. These recaps are not as well structured as the ones from Raja that I'm used to. All right. So we're opening up with Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho.
Yay.
And they talk some crap to Mick Foley. KO asks, he thinks he's funny, taking his best friend and putting him in a shark cage 100 feet above the ring, up there like a sexy piñata.
Yep.
Jericho asks as well, and Foley holds up two fingers like a little bit, and they accuse him of abusing his authority. They make fun of Mick Foley's haircut that he was sporting this week. He cut his long hair down quite a bit.
His $30 haircut.
Okay, then.
That's for John.
I don't get it.
You don't have to.
Anyway, they accuse him of abusing his power, specifically in Roman Reigns getting a shot at the title in the first place. Jericho adds Exhibit B, Rollins pedigreeing him on a car like a barbarian. And gets no repercussions, but Jericho makes a little strategic move to help his friend and gets punished, and they basically just bitch at Mick for a while. Mick agrees they should wipe the slate clean, and he wants to see what the Kevin Owens show would really be like, and he makes it happen. So KO's initial guest is Goldberg. They said that Mick picking the guest for a show is weird, but he thinks it's a great idea. So that'll be happening later in the program. Stephanie then comes out. And he says doesn't want to burst Kev's bubble, but Foley's not abusing his power. He can make those decisions, but she wishes Foley consulted with her about the damn shark cage first. Foley concedes, saying that she wishes she had consulted him about putting Sami Zayn in a last man standing match. Owens gets mad that nobody's paying attention to him, but Stephanie puts Roman Reigns in a U.S. title match against Jericho, and if he gets counted out or disqualified, he'll lose the belt. Jericho likes that, but he's concerned about Seth Rollins getting involved, so Owens says they should ban Seth from ringside. And then Steph decides that she's sick that SmackDown beat Raw in the ratings last week, calls Raw the real night of opportunity, and says if Owens wants Rollins banned from ringside, he has to beat Seth in a match tonight where the loser will be banned from ringside in the main event match. So throw to a commercial, and we come back to that match.
So, promo points. To me.
Indeed. Yes. That's the wrong button. There we go. All right. So we've got Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Put him at 80. Wait. Hang on. Go back. $187. Yeah. Okay. NKO. I put him at 51. Okay. So the two have a decent back and forth match. Owens trying to avoid Rollins. And inevitably taking control, applying his reverse chin lock, and trying to slow the match down to his pace. And after a while of going back and forth and dodging each other's moves into beating each other up outside the ring involving barricades, Owens' back body drops out of a pedigree attempt. KO flies outside and Seth suicide dives him. They end up in the timekeeper's area, and Rollins goes to get back in the ring to break the count. Then he goes back out of the ring, and KO says, "The hell with this," and smacks Rollins in the face with a ring bell. Thus, Seth Rollins wins by disqualification, banning Kevin Owens from ringside in the match later. They then keep fighting each other. Rollins hits a knee and goes for the pedigree, but he slips away and runs like a coward. So, Kevin Owens lost by intentional disqualification.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a minus 4 points to him. So 5 for competing, minus 4 is 1 point to KO.
Wow.
Plus, move-wise, he does have 6 for the 2 pedigrees that he evaded. So that's going to be 7 points KO. 7.
Wow.
I'm going to put him at 358. This is going to be really sad. Wow, this is sad. KO had one chance to reclaim first place and he fucked it up. Spoiler alert, Rich Swann's not on TV this week. At all. He is, according to the 205 Live commentators, not medically cleared to wrestle this week. So KO could have had all the points, and he didn't.
God damn it.
Anyway, so Seth Rollins wins by an unintentional disqualification victory, which means he doesn't get any points for the victory, but he does get 5 points for competing in the match. And point-wise, he gets 4 for moves, is 9, and 3 for an evasion of a cannonball. This puts him at 12 points for Seth Rollins. Damn it. I'm going to put him at 225. No, 25. Damn it. There we go. Okay. So we throw to a commercial.
You keep going. I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
He's thinking about that picture of Bree.
Evidently. Well, in the meantime, we come back for a commercial to a one-on-one match between Cesaro and Carl Anderson.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
I bet. Oh, no.
We just cut back from the commercial to a match between Cesaro and Carl Anderson.
Sounds good.
Should be noted, Luke Gallows is at ringside. Sheamus is not.
Fuck. You have one job, Sheamus.
So, starts off with some good back and forth action. Anderson trying to slow down with some headlocks. Cesaro counters with some uppercuts. Anderson hits a big spine buster for a 2 count at one point. There's a nice springboard corkscrew uppercut.
Okay.
A lot of fast back and forth action between these guys. A bunch of 2 counts. Luke Gallows begins getting involved in the match. There was also another commercial mid-match.
Hang.
Gallows applied a distraction, which let Anderson nail a sick kick. Before the commercial, come back, and he's in control. He continues dominating Cesaro, who tries to throw some uppercuts, but eats a boot.
Okay.
He manages to come back with a whip to the corner and an uppercut to the back of the head. But Gallows runs interference again as he gets a 2 count off a double jump crossbody. And Anderson hits that spine buster I mentioned earlier. So after the second interference by Luke Gallows, Sheamus makes his presence known by running down to the ring. Anderson goes for the fireman's carry stun gun, but Cesaro slips out, hits another uppercut. Goes for the neutralizer. Anderson is knocked out. Anderson gets out. Cesaro looks for the swing, but Anderson grabs the ropes. He manages to daze Cesaro with a kick, but hasn't together enough to... he manages to drop a drop kick and an uppercut on Carl in the corner. Goes for the deadlift suplex. Gallows tries to interfere. Sheamus stops him, but hits the ropes in the process, accidentally crouching Cesaro off the top. Anderson then takes flight and puts Cesaro away for a 3 count off a diving neck breaker.
Okay, then.
So victory points to Carl Anderson.
So that's the feud they're going with, huh?
Yeah, we're going with the club versus the tag champs.
Crap, this could end poorly for me.
Why you have? Yeah, it's good because you only have one out of those 4 dudes. But anyway, so we're gonna start off with some interference points to Sheamus and Luke Gallows, so they're gonna get 6 points a pop. Put Sheamus up at 203, and Luke Gallows. Luke Gallows is also gonna get accompaniment to ring points because he actually accompanied.
Right.
So that would be 5, and then 6 interference is 11 points. That's going to put him at 122. And then, let's see, Cesaro lost the match. Cesaro had about 3 moves. Probably more than that. I'm going to be 4, because he did a lot of uppercuts. I think I miscounted the uppercuts. So I'm going to say Cesaro's going to have 4 points for the moves. And 5 for competing in the match is 9. So 9 points, Cesaro. Cesaro, there we go. That's going to put him at 200 even. How about that?
Go.
And finally, Carl Anderson wins this match. He's going to get 20 points for winning, 5 for competing in said match. And he had 2 moves, which is going to put him at 27 points for Carl Anderson. 37. And then 3 is 141. All right.
Did you give Sheamus his interference points?
I did give Sheamus his interference points.
All right, I missed that.
Fair enough. So backstage, we see Braun Strowman on his way to the ring for his last man standing match. We throw to commercial and then come back for that match.
Mm-hmm.
And this is pretty much straight up what you would expect. Braun
Braun
dominate
Strowman beating the crap out of Sami Zayn.
pretty much. Although Sami putting in some good offensive fighting and trying to keep himself in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Sami Zayn just refuses to stay down was the story here. No matter what Braun did to him.
Yep. Is Braun's finishing move a running power slam?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
He has a running power slam and the reverse choke slam.
Okay then.
They brawled into the backstage area where they beat each other up in a locker room. Sami bashed Braun Strowman upside the head with a lead pipe.
Mm-hmm.
There were kendo sticks involved, lots of weapons. Braun got running cross-bodied off the stage through some tables. They both managed to get up. And then Zayn needs 2 running power slams. And he cannot answer the 10 count. Foley comes down with the paramedics to get Zayn out of there. But then Braun Strowman attacks him, throws him off the stretcher, and beats him up some more.
So lots of points to me.
Basically. So by my calculation, Sami Zayn did not hit any of his moves in this match. So Sami Zayn is just going to get 5 points. He's going to get 5 points for showing up. 4 for competing in a specialty match. Or is it 3 for a specialty match? I lost track.
You have the list.
3.
I'm checking it. Calm down. Yes, 3 for a specialty match and 3 for foreign object use. So it's going to be 6 plus his 5 for being in it is 11 points to Sami Zayn.
Plus OMG.
16 points to Sami Zayn.
Yep. I figured the crossbody through the fucking table warrants OMG.
I'll give it to you. So 16 points. Going to be 38. 142 for Sami Zayn. And Braun Strowman gets 20 points for winning. He gets 10 for winning a specialty match is 30. He gets 3 for competing in a specialty match is 33. And he gets 3 for weapons is 36. And 5 for moves is 41 points Braun Strowman.
Post-match beatdown.
Okay, and 4 for a post-match beatdown. What does that put him at?
I don't know. He was at 47.
47?
He was at 47, so add the post-match beatdown to that.
I think that 47 was with the post-match beatdown.
Is it? I thought it was without it.
Fuck's sake. 20 for winning. 10 for winning a specialty match. 5 for competing is 35. 3 for competing in a specialty match is 38. 3 for weapons is 42. He had 5 moves. Is 47. Okay. And then the post-match brawl puts him at 51 points, Braun Strowman.
Woo.
181 and 7 is 188. That puts him at.
Yay, Strowman. Woo.
Yay. Okay. So, after a 205 Live recap from last week, we cut backstage to the locker room where Jack Gallagher, the extraordinary gentleman, is instructing the New Day in the art of umbrella dueling. They're not picking it up well. And they say they're not going to give it up because it's apparently their New Year's resolution.
Also, is it just me, or are they wearing new gear?
No, they have that gear.
Oh.
It's their Christmas gear.
Fair enough.
So we go to a commercial, we come back, and the New Day come out to the ring.
So should we do promo points before you do that?
Yeah, I suppose we get those 4 gentlemen promo points. So Jack Gallagher. I'll put him at 157. And we've got, let's see, Big E is up here.
Big E is up there.
9. And Kofi. That's going to put him at 170. And Xavier. Gonna put him at even 160. Okay. Ah. Go away. Okay. So they come to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Kofi throws Bootios so far to the crowd that he's actually impressed with himself. They start throwing boxes of Bootios into the crowd. They open the promo talking about 2016 was a good year for them, their record-length title reign. And they're starting their year off right by entering themselves into the Royal Rumble match.
Of course they do. There won't be a Royal Rumble without Kofi Kingston.
Pretty much. And they say they've got some New Year's resolutions they want to talk about, but all of a sudden the New Day are interrupted. Did anybody see this?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember who interrupted them. I saw all of Raw this week.
Oh, okay. Oh, New Day!
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did
Don't
see
you
that.
dare be sour. Clap for your world-famous Titus brand and feel the power.
Did you actually see this? Take that as a yes.
Yes, I did see this.
Admittedly, while it was hilarious, I did face home when I realized who it was. I was like, really?
Yes, really.
That's right, folks. Titus O'Neil makes a bid to be in the New Day.
Indeed, Titus comes down and says that in order to fulfill their 2017 goals, they need a new member, and he offers his services. Tonk said he has rhythm, which he demonstrates with a round of New Day rocks. He has musical talents, and he goes to reach for Francesca 2 Turbo, and Xavier chews him out for that. He then whips out a whistle and starts blowing it instead. Biggie asks the crowd to give him a hand before saying they all know that he blows. He asks them to imagine his face on a box of Bootios, and they look horrified. They said they would all rather see Titus's face on the back of a milk carton.
There's John, they win there.
Since nobody wants to see his face, he says it's a strong joke coming from the weakest link in the New Day. So Wood says, I'll show you how much of a weak link I am if you want to fight me right now, and they agree. So Titus throws off a cheap punch and then calls for a referee.
So more promo points to the New Day.
Yes. And promo points to Titus.
It seems to be all the New Day are good for now that they've lost their titles. They're only good for promo points.
Evidently. Titus. Well, Xavier Woods is going to get you match points.
Yes, John, he's going to get you match points. Who has Titus? He gets all points to John. That's wonderful.
Basically.
Like he needs more points.
So anyway, Titus is going to go up to 19 points.
Woohoo.
I know. And then we're going to have, let's see, 5
That's
points.
19 more than I thought he'd get me.
It is. So 5 points to each of the members of the New Day because they already appeared. So it's only 5 for the secondary promo. So Big E, put him at 234. And then we're going to have Kofi
Mm-hmm.
175 and Xavier at 165. The box. There we go. Okay. So we go to a commercial and we come back to this match happening. It's Titus versus Xavier one-on-one. Titus, generally, Titus opens the match by dominating Xavier Woods with power moves. Xavier keeps getting up, though, and eventually manages to pick up the pace with some... with a game and Geary and a low bridge.
Okay, then.
And then he does a suicide dive. Back in the ring, diving crossbody. Titus catches him and hits some rib breakers at a slam. He picks Xavier up by his hair, scoops. Woods goes up and over, and then Woods transitions it into a sunset flip with pinfall.
Roll up.
Sunset flip.
Sunset flip. Roll up.
The New Day celebrate with him yelling that Titus is in fact the weakest link. Goodbye. So let's see here. So I could be wrong here, but I didn't see anybody do any moves in this match. I'm going to double check that.
Titus may have, just because big power dude, but yeah, Xavier,
Yeah.
as far as I know, didn't.
Did he do Clash of Titus?
Nope.
Nope.
I think that's his only move, but I don't know.
Yeah, the match was kind of shite.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, wow, this is how far the New Day have fallen to feuding with Titus fucking O'Neil.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much no moves, so we're just going to say no moves for this match.
Okay.
Oh. So in that case, it's going to be 5 points to Titus for showing up. I'll put him at 24. And then Xavier Woods gets 20 for winning the match and 5 for competing in it is 25 points to Xavier. Put him at 190. Okay. So, moving along. We cut backstage to Stephanie on her phone. Bailey comes in and talks to her and goes back and forth. Steph talks some shit about how Bailey isn't as good as Charlotte. Bailey fires back that she belongs there even if she doesn't have a famous last name, and that she wants to prove to Stephanie that she could be a champion despite not being what a champion looks like. She's just Bailey, and that's good enough for her. And Stephanie agrees to give her a chance by putting her in a #1 contenders match against Nia Jax.
Yeah, so they're turning her into the female Daniel Bryan, basically.
So promo points, Bailey.
Yep.
Bailey.
They're trying to out underdog Bryan and Cena at this point.
She can do it.
Wonder Bailey.
Pretty much. Meanwhile, cutting to another part of the backstage area, Cedric Alexander and Alicia Fox are walking in the hall when they run into the sleazy Noam Dar.
Yeah. Oh, this match pissed me off.
He says he knows they got off on the wrong foot, but it's a new year, a new him. He wanted to apologize. Cedric tells him to apologize to Alicia, and he does, and calls her sweet cheeks.
Of course he does.
Which goes to a commercial.
So promo points.
Promo points to those three.
Indeed.
Now Cedric goes up to 119. And Alicia It's going to go up to 65. And Noam Dar, which is going to put him at, that's 2, and then a 6 is 96. Okay. So come back from commercial to a one-on-one match between Cedric Alexander and Drew Gulak.
Yep. Also, Tony Nese in a suit.
Tony Nese is in a suit at ringside.
Yeah, this match pissed me off because, John, I'll give you 3 guesses as to who didn't have an entrance, and the first 2 don't count. Then once you figure that out, I'll give you 3 guesses as to who won this match. First 2 don't count.
Wow.
And you would be wrong.
No, you would be right.
No.
Gulak wins the match, dude.
Yeah, and he didn't have an entrance.
Exactly, that's what I said.
But it's the guy who gets an entrance that always wins.
I know.
Yes, but you have to remember, I started this out with, this match pissed me off.
Uh-huh.
Come on, 205 Live. You can't even WWE right.
Exactly.
Oh, they can and they will. But anyway, so yeah, they have a good back and forth cruiserweight match. It's short. They basically do some back and forth, fast moving strikes. Gulak manages to lock on a grounded octopus hold, but Alexander grabs the ropes. There's a lot of strike moves. Cedric flips over and hits a rolling back elbow and an enziguri. Nice jumps on the apron, and Alicia Fox yells at him and pulls him off the apron, which distracts Cedric long enough for Gulak to roll up with a schoolboy pin.
Come on, Cedric, you have one job, man. You're like the only person I have from the Cruiserweight division. You got to give me points, dude.
Brian Kendrick.
He's complete shit. He's over the hill.
Ha. Anywho, so we're going to give some accompaniment points to Alicia and Tony Nese. Start off with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be, what's accompaniment, 5 or 6?
Mm-hmm.
I can never remember. See, he remembers. Thank you.
Sure, it's 5.
You're right, it's 5. So that's going to put Alicia Fox up at 70. 70. And then we're going to give 5 to Tony Nese. It's going to be down here somewhere. Here we go. That's going to be 3. Put him at 72. Ah!
Ah?
Okay. And then we're going to have, let's see, Cedric Alexander. And this is when I had trouble determining any moves in this match.
Of course you did.
Well, there wasn't much. It was a lot of strikes and running around, none of which seemed to really be... I mean, unless Gulak uses that octopus thing.
Possible. Did you bother to look up any of the moves? Because the Cruiserweights are the ones that we don't really know that much about.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what this octopus thing is they're talking about.
Octopus stretch?
A grounded octopus.
An octopus stretch on the ground?
I guess. I don't know. Either way, he doesn't use it. He uses the Gulak. Ah, that's funny. The Gulak, which is a dragon sleeper with a body scissors.
Okay.
Also known to use a single leg Boston Crab in terms of submission moves, anyway.
Fair enough. Apparently now he uses a grounded octopus.
No, it's not on his list, so I'm not counting it.
I don't care. I don't have him anyway.
If the octopus, disobeys curfew, you got to ground it.
Yeah. Anyway, so Cedric Alexander did have 1 move, so we're going to give him 5 for competing and 1 for a move is 6 points. Cedric. Cedric Alexander. Put him at 125. Meanwhile, Drew Gulak gets 20 points for winning a match, 5 for competing, and it is 25. So 25 points, Gulak. Where is he? There we go. Putting him at 66 points. All right. We come backstage to Owens and Jericho having a talk before Y2J's match, which is coming up after the break. So go to the break. We come back from the break, and it's time for Chris Jericho versus Roman Reigns for the WWE United States Championship.
I thought for sure they were going to give it to Jericho, especially after they mentioned this is the one title Jericho's never held.
They did that the last time he fought Roman for it.
Hmm.
And didn't win, obviously.
They need to give him that title before he retires. Come on.
Yeah, well, we can hope. Anyway.
The Rumble. I don't know.
What's that, John?
At the Rumble.
That
would work.
So what? Reigns is going to have 2 matches at the Rumble?
Yes. I don't know.
They could do that.
So what, Jericho beats him for the U.S. title and then gets put in the shark cage with said U.S. title?
Yes.
He throws it through the bars so Owens can use it as a weapon.
There you go.
Exactly.
Safer than a chain.
He throws it to Kevin Owens, who throws it to Roman behind the ref's back and then falls on the mat.
You know, I'd take it. One of those every once in a while is fucking fun.
Funny you should say that. So they go back and forth for a while. Jericho's trying to keep the pace moving in his favor. With a boot and a missile drop kick. And Jericho showing his ring veteranism in this match by basically dodging everything Roman throws at him, from Superman punches to spears. Jericho has like 15 fucking evasion points in this match.
Wow.
Woo!
He's dodging moves left, right, and center. Roman inadvertently spears a ring post at one point. There's a nice triangle drop kick. Jericho gets Roman down and he applies himself a Walls of Jericho, but Roman manages to get out. Roman does take control for a little while. Hits him with a variety of moves. Jericho comes back elbow, lion salt, but got hit by the knees. Went for a code breaker, but got blocked. Almost got hit with a powerbomb. Y2J countered with a Frankensteiner. Reigns rolls through, but Jericho puts him in the walls again. He gets countered into a small package for a near fall. They continue throwing moves at each other. He continues dodging Roman's moves. Like I said, Reigns eats ring post. Jericho then gets fed up with this and proceeds to undo the ring, the padding on that steel ring post, that steel turnbuckle. So he does this, but the referee sees him, unfortunately. And they're just like, hey, you can't do that. And the referee goes over to the corner and proceeds to tie the ring pad back on. While he's doing this, Jericho slides out of the ring and grabs the United States Championship from the timekeeper's area. He proceeds to climb back in the ring, look at the ref whose back is still focused on the turnbuckle, throws it to Roman, and then falls on the mat. Referee John Cone turns around and sees this and gets ready to disqualify Roman, but Roman's like, dude, I didn't do it. He's trying to play you. And John Cone sees through Jericho's attempt at tomfoolery and proceeds to throw the belt back out of the ring and allow the match to continue. But Jericho used the distraction to hit a code breaker. Roman kicks out of it. He continues assaulting Roman's ribs area. But he runs at Roman, but Roman dodges, and he inadvertently headbutts himself on the now exposed turnbuckle. That did not get the pad properly tied back on, despite all that time. And he then turns around, eats a spear, and Roman retains the belt.
So he can blame the ref for that. So he'd have an argument to go bitch at the ref and put him on the list.
Yeah.
Ref, you had plenty of time to put that damn pad back on the turnbuckle. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're going on the list.
So anyway, yeah. So so Jericho will start off, has 5 points for competing in this title match. Then he has 15 evasion points and 3 move points. I should know 4. 2 walls, code breaker, lion salt. So, yeah, 4.
So 15 times 3. There's 3 points per evasion, right?
No. I mean 15 points. As in, As in, it was 5 evasions times 3 points, 15 points.
Oh, okay.
I recalculated it. So anyway, 15 points plus 3 moves. So that's going to be his 18 points, and his 5 for competing is 22 points, Jericho. Which is 97, 107, and 2 is 209.
Would he get foreign object use for trying to use it to get Reigns disqualified?
He didn't actually hit him with anything, and on the flip side, Jericho hit the weapon, not the other way around. So
I was talking about the belt. He actually used the belt to try to get him disqualified.
yeah, but he didn't hit him with it.
I didn't say you have to hit him with it. I said you have to use a foreign object. He used it.
John?
I'd say no, because he didn't really use it. Not in the way that we usually give points for it.
Overruled. Moving on. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns, let's see here. So Roman Reigns is going to get 20 points for winning this match. He's going to get another 20 points for retaining the title, is 40. 5 for competing in the match is 45. And move-wise, he had 9 for evasions plus 2 for moves, because most of his move finishers did not connect and didn't count. So that's 12 plus the, what did I say? 45. So that's 55, and 2 is 57 points, Roman Reigns.
Jeez.
And the 8 that was already there is 365 for Roman. All right. Go to a commercial, and we come back for a cruiserweight match. He's a man with a plan. As the Brian Kendrick takes on TJ Perkins.
Yeah.
And we see Neville watching the match from his monitor in the back. And these two have a good old-fashioned cruiserweight match.
Mm-hmm.
With TJ Perkins winning with the TJP clutch, a.k.a. the knee bar. So by calculation, the Brian Kendrick is going to get 5 points for competing in this match. And he didn't really hit any moves because the only thing he did was he went for the sliced bread, and it didn't work. So Kendrick gets no moves.
You could say the sliced bread was toast.
Oh, damn. Oh, snap.
I'm out.
Also, I've always wondered, I feel like, who the fuck named that move?
I don't know.
I'm going to say Japan.
I assume it was along the lines of this move is the coolest thing since sliced bread, but I don't know.
Yeah, but that also makes you wonder, what is the sliced bread number 1?
I'm gonna like in my head canon, it's like one of those moves that's so dangerous you can't ever see it. Like they did it once and it killed a guy, and then they had to seal it or some shit.
I approve of that. That's now
in an urn in some crazy cave guarded by a dragon and shit.
Okay then.
Or it was on Jackie Chan Adventures. I don't know. Get the 12 Zodiac Jade coins, and then you can summon the master.
Come on, Newsbanger, man. They were fucking talismans. Come on.
Sorry, it's been a long time, and I didn't actually watch that show. I'd only see. Like,
they weren't even Jade. Jade was the name of his niece.
Yeah, I know. I just was throwing words together that I vaguely
evidently
remember from the show. Sorry. Von Mollison.
Okay, you got that. That redeems you. Anyway, so TJ Perkins wins this match. So that's going to be 20 points for winning, 5 for competing. And he hit 2 moves at the end of the match. 3 moves. Plus he had an evasion of the sliced bread. So that's going to be 6 points for that. So that's going to put him at 31 points for TJ Perkins.
I forgot who had him.
Fair enough.
Okay. Jim does.
Which is going to put him at 169. All right. Moving along. So we see Enzo and Big Cass moving through the backstage area. Enzo is now on a power scooter.
People power.
People power.
Certified G power.
Yes.
Fair enough.
So we go throw to a commercial. We come back to be reminded that Emelina will get here at some point.
I swear it was like, wasn't it 2 or 3 weeks ago where they're like this week or like tonight, and then they're just like, nah, fuck it. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
at some point, I remember it was pretty definitive, like, oh yeah, it'll be this one, and then that one comes along. It's like soon. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
I would have laughed my ass off if they went through all this but hadn't had time to get the copyright paperwork through for the new name yet. And all this promotion, and then she shows up on the new TNA. That would be fucking hysterical.
That would be.
Anyway, so we come back to the match, and Jinder Mahal and Rusev did not get an entrance, but are already in the ring.
Do you think she could be La Luchadora?
I do not think so,
Okay.
because I'm relatively sure La Luchador is Mickie James.
It doesn't look like her though. Not
It's,
just 'cause
it's
she's
Eva
like-
Marie.
No, because I think La Luchadora didn't botch enough.
Ah. Well, exactly. She did that intentionally to throw you off.
Oh, damn. If she were that good, that'd be amazing, actually. But I feel like I'm safe in saying nah.
Yeah.
Could be an NXT diva too. That's not
Could
Mickie
be.
James. They brought up some other one, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they did. I saw that there were. They announced that they had 4 new women at the Performance Center too. That was a news thing of the week. Anyway, Enzo and Cass come out and cut their traditional promo, and so that Enzo cannot fight tonight. He's not medically cleared, but Cass can. So Cass informs the 2 gentlemen in the ring that he is going to defeat them in a handicap match. Spoiler: he does not.
Okay, that was actually kind of cool. I'm trying to find what the sliced bread #1 is, but that was fucking badass.
Okay then.
Yeah, I just saw someone do a sliced bread on the ring apron.
Okay
That looked
then.
like it hurt. I'm thinking the sliced bread #1 is a sliced bread #2, but the standing version, so like you're not running off the turnbuckle. But I'm not sure because I've seen them do a standing version. Because AJ Lee used to do a standing version of that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that I can't find anything for sliced bread #1, even though I put that in there. So I'm assuming that's what it is.
Well, let's see. Let's see. Its actual name is a Shiranui.
Yes.
Is the sliced bread #2.
Yes.
Oh my.
And apparently Brian Kendrick actually created that name.
Shiranui or sliced bread?
Sliced bread #2.
Okay then.
Now Shiranui was created by Naomichi Marufuji.
Okay.
But the sliced bread #2 name was coined by Brian Kendrick, apparently. It's been used by many other wrestlers. But they do not address what the sliced bread #1 is, however, so who knows? But anyway, let's get back over to the thing. So Jinder collar and elbows with Cass, and Cass clobbers the hell out of him. He manages to tag in Rusev. With Rusev blind tagged himself in, actually. And he boots Cass in the face. Oh no, sorry. Rusev eats a boot from Cass, but then Jinder starts screwing with Enzo with the power scooter. Cass gets distracted. Then he turns around and he eats a boot for Rusev.
Bootsev.
So Rusev Machka.
Rusev Machka.
Interestingly, if I recall correctly, remind me if I'm wrong here, Jeff, I do not believe Lana was present for this match.
I don't remember. She might not have been. I don't remember.
I don't believe she was. I'm not
To be
giving her
honest,
points.
this match I don't remember much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give her points. I don't think she was there, but we're gonna do this. So we're gonna give. I'm not gonna give Cass and Enzo promo points because it was just their usual opening promo. So
Okay.
at least I think it was. I don't remember. I don't know. I mean, they didn't have to go otherwise. Say Enzo can't compete tonight, so we're gonna be a handicap match. So they technically did go a little over it. I don't know if that counts. What do you guys think? I'm a little biased.
If all they said was that Enzo can't compete tonight, so therefore it's going to be a handicap match, then I don't know if I would count that. But if they said other stuff with it, then I would count it. What do you think, John?
What was it about again? Sorry, I was looking up to see if Lana was there.
If their promo should count for their opening promo should count for promo points.
Oh, for Enzo and Cass?
Yeah.
Because apparently all they basically covered was Enzo's fucking hurt. He can't wrestle.
You could give him mini.
Yeah, I'll give the mini.
Okay.
All right, that sounds
I can
fair.
agree with that.
Okay, so Enzo's going to get accompaniment points. Are 5 and 3 for the minis, 8 points to Enzo. I'll put him at 129. And then we're going to have Big Cass loss, so we'll do him first. So Big Cass is going to get 5 points for competing and an additional 3 for competing in a specialty match. Is 8 points to Big Cass. 3 for the promo is 11 points for Big Cass. And 1 point for the one boot that he hit is 12 points to Big Cass.
There's a picture where Lana's out there. I don't know if that matters.
There's a picture of Lana out there?
Well, like she was out there for that match. There's a picture with Jinder Mahal and Rusev looking at each other, and Lana's like standing behind him outside the ropes.
Oh, accompaniment to Lana then. Who's there?
Just because the only reason I remember that is somebody was pointing out how muscular he looked versus when he was in 3-man band.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
Fair enough. Lana will get 5 accompaniment points, which will put her at 53. And then the 2 winning members of the team, Jinder Mahal will get 15 points for being on the winning team. 5 for competing is 20. And I don't think he hit any moves, so 20 points to Jinder Mahal.
Does he have moves there?
Jinder, you had one job.
What's him at 50? 50. Rusev is the winner of this match. He will get 20 points for winning the match, as well as 5 for competing in it as 25. And Rusev had the finishing boot. So that's 26 points of Rusev.
Don't forget to give them specialty points.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did give it to Jinder.
You did?
I think, didn't I?
No.
Okay, I'll give him 3 more points then.
That's why I mentioned it.
53. Right. So Rusev, let's see what I say. Rusev gets 20 for winning, 10 for winning a specialty match. It's 30. 5 for competing is 35. And his one move is 36 points, Rusev. And 3 for competing in a specialty. 39 points for Rusev. Where the hell is it? Rusev. 39 Rusev. Okay.
Neat.
97, 07, 17, and another 9 is 126. Okay.
And did Cass get those then?
Yeah. What's that?
Did Cass get the specialty match points too?
Yes, he did.
Oh.
You had one job, Jinder. One job.
So after this match, Charlotte makes her way out to the commentary table to watch the #1 contenders match.
Was his one job to get the pinfall?
His one job was to get me points, and he didn't barely got me any points.
Because if his one job was to actually get the pin, wow, that is a real uphill battle for you.
Yep.
I would like it if he got the pin, but yeah, not with Rusev out there.
So, Charlotte is going to get some commentary points. Commentary.
Woo!
Pretty much. So, where's the commentary? Commentary 5. Okay. That's the wrong one. Over here. Okay. So Charlotte gets 5 commentary points. Charlotte. So we're at 269. Okay.
See, and that ends with E.
So next we have Bayley versus Nia Jax in a women's championship #1 contenders match.
Oh, Jim.
Yo.
I know it's a little late now, but should we not have taken care of the drafting before starting the scoring?
We'll get it in a minute. It's not going to affect anything till the end anyway. We'll get there. So Bayley tries to do things to Nia Jax, but Nia Jax overpowers her at every corner. Just beating the crap out of her. She puts her in a Cobra clutch and just torques the crap out of her for a while. She pulls her in for a power slam, but Bayley manages to shove her into the turnbuckles. She ducks it, sends Nia careening into the ring post. And she runs up with a boot, but gets knocked down again. Nia drags her over and climbs to the second rope, but Sasha Banks' music hits for a distraction. She walks down the ramp, and it buys Bayley enough time to hit an avalanche belly-to-belly to become the #1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship.
So Sasha Banks with interference.
Yep.
Like a boss.
Like a boss. Like a boss. Interference for Sasha is 6 points. His 3 puts in 193. Okay. And then we're gonna
user.
Nia Jax. Let's see. Has 3 points of moves, so 5 for competing, and 3 for moves is 8 points. Nia Jax. Puts her at 56. Bayley wins, gets 20 points for winning the match, 5 for competing in it is 25. And she has 4 move points, and has 29 points. Bayley.
Ah!
What?
The presentation.
That's Paley.
29, let's see. So 60,
Sorry,
70, 83, and another 9.
You're so pale.
Is 192.
That's racist.
No. That's what's on the screen.
As I was saying. So that happens.
One day when that happens, I almost want one of your people, like Brock Lesnar, to just have like 1,500 points when it accidentally goes down.
Okay, then.
So Jeff would be like, wait, how are you in the lead now?
That would be funny. So anyway, Sasha celebrates with Bayley on the ramp. Like I said, Sasha's going to help her get all the way to the title, then betray her, beat the shit out of her, and they're going to have a WrestleMania match.
Sounds about right.
Possibly.
So we go to commercial and we come back we're informed that next week's Raw is going to feature both the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels and the Phenom The Undertaker. So stay tuned for that.
Undertaker's going to get me points. Yay!
Yay.
This is Shawn Michaels cosplaying as Undertaker.
It's Shawn Michaels in that white Undertaker suit he wore that time that he fought him.
There you go. Undertaker via satellite.
Shawn Michaels has a Mordecai cosplay?
Yes.
Undertaker and Shawn Michaels are going to get in an argument, and it looks like going to look like Shawn Michaels' corner, and then he's going to get saved by his tag team partner, God, returning from his lengthy absence.
That'd be amazing.
I mean, getting you credit, God is undefeated in the WWE.
Well, he hasn't been pinned. Didn't he lose that match?
Did he?
Yeah, I thought Michaels lost that match.
Oh, okay.
God, what are you doing here? We thought you didn't want to, deal with us mortals. Donald Trump is now your president. You need me now more than ever. Touche, God. Well played.
Anyway, so we come back, so we have that little promo, and then it is Owens and Jericho come out to the ring for the KO show.
Booyah!
They get on the set where the part of the logo sign is being played by a human being with a sign taped to their head.
Yes, that is true.
Man, I did that before it was cool.
Exactly.
Yes, you did.
And I didn't know this because before I knew the guy, but as noted here, there is no Kane mask on the sign, unfortunately, for fans of the old Kevin Steen show.
Wow.
He had a Kevin Steen show?
He apparently had a Kevin Steen show.
Okay, then.
KO show sounds better.
It does. So he talks about main eventing Raw, says his guest needs no introduction, having dominated the Attitude Era and defined greatness. And he's, of course, talking about Chris Jericho. And they talk about basically bitches about the crowd chanting Goldberg and saying, you know what happens when you chant for Goldberg? You're on the list. They called the crowd stupid for cheering and being added to the list. And he goes to bring out Goldberg, but Jericho interrupts with news saying that if Brock and Goldberg are in the Rumble, so is he. Owens is confused, wondering what happens if he wins. And Jericho says if he wins the Rumble, it's great because no matter which of them wins the match they'll have at WrestleMania, they're still the Universal Champion. Owens doesn't seem cool about this, but before he can complain about it anymore, they are interrupted by Goldberg, who marches his way out to the ring. And he does not sit down on the chair. Says that if Goldberg's in the Rumble, that means Chris Jericho, you're first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just imagining that promo happened. Goldberg said that, and somewhere in some remote something, watching the show, Gilbert is just like, what the fuck?
Yes, now I want that to be a thing.
Anyway. So basically, Jericho threatens to put Goldberg on the list. Goldberg threatens to beat him up. Jericho backs off. KO says he's, I'm supposed to be intimidated now, and he throws the rest of his own furniture out of the ring, not caring. Goldberg begs him to take a shot, but he refuses. But then Paul Heyman interrupts, informing them that his client, Brock Lesnar, isn't here tonight. But don't boo, because I'm here to give you all a spoiler of what's going to happen at the Royal Rumble. Eat, sleep, elimination, repeat. 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 I could go on all night. And Goldberg cuts Paul Heyman off, tells him to shut up. He says, I'll take care of your client at the Rumble. But in the meanwhile, it doesn't matter if it's you, Kevin Owens, or if it's Roman Reigns. We'll have a date at WrestleMania. Enter Roman Reigns, who gets in the ring, says that Jericho and Owens are delusional if they think that they're going to be in any way involved in the WrestleMania main event, because they're not going to win anything at the Rumble. He then turns and stares down Goldberg. And then everybody's interrupted by Braun Strowman. Who gets in the ring, takes Heyman's microphone from the cowering in fear Heyman to the left of the ramp, and proceeds to state that if anybody's winning the Royal Rumble, it's going to be him. He then proceeds to go around the side of the ring, get up into the ring, stand intimidatingly on the apron, climb in the ring, have Roman and Goldberg both turn to him at the same time, and eat a double spear. Which was a great demonstration, looking at it, of exactly how much cleaner Goldberg's spear is than Roman's.
No, well, yeah, but I would say it also, and I don't know if it's because of how Goldberg does it, or if it's because he's old, but I kind of had to cock my head and go, huh? When they double spear, Roman pops right up, Goldberg is fucking dead on the mat for like 2 seconds. I'm like, wait a minute. Shouldn't Goldberg be the one that pops right back up and just goes, ah! But no, he's just fucking dead on top of Braun Strowman for like 2 seconds. I'm like, wait, what? And Reigns just pops up and he's just like, ugh.
Yes,
I'm like,
it
wait,
is.
did Reigns just look better than Goldberg here?
No, he didn't, because this is the demonstration of Goldberg knowing how to do something that Roman doesn't, and it's called selling.
Okay.
Because doesn't Goldberg normally stay down for a couple of minutes after hitting a spear? He did it to Brock both times.
Normally he does a spear, he pops up and he does his taunt. He goes, ah! Doesn't he, John? I don't know. John's the one that watched WCW.
Well, I was saying video game Goldberg does. I don't know about real Goldberg.
I didn't really watch much WCW, but yeah, he got up fairly quickly. I don't think he like kipped up or anything crazy, but
So after that, Roman looks at Goldberg and leaves. Goldberg then poses on the turnbuckles to theme music and goes and takes pictures with kids in the crowd. Thus endeth Monday Night Raw. So promo points to all those people I just mentioned.
Yep.
So let's go in order. KO. Gonna get 5 points. Gonna put him at 363.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, scrolling, checking. Where the hell? Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, still being dwarfed by Rich Swann. Just checking. We'll get to that in a minute. We still have SmackDown to go. And then Chris Jericho is going to get himself 5 points. Put him at 214. And then we're going to give 5 points to actually 8 points to Paul Heyman, because it was his first appearance of the night. Paul Riss, 16 points. And then we're going to give 5 points to Roman Reigns. Put him at 370.
Plus a point for a spear.
Plus a point for a spear. It's 371. We're going to give 6.
Plus out of match beatdown points.
I guess that's true. 1.
Okay. And same for Goldberg.
13 points to Goldberg, yep. And he puts him at 21. And 5 points to Braun Strowman.
Thank you for making Reigns and Goldberg look good.
Pretty much. That puts him at 192.
I'll go back to your hole.
Thus, we have it Monday Night Raw. Let's take a look at the scores. Jump over here. Scroll that to the side. Hit the refresh. A boom. And what are we looking at? All right, 35.91 for Hug Life. 34.86 on the KO show, and 22.86 for Certified Lunatic.
So we're still pretty much even. Fair enough.
Yep, there is a discrepancy of less than 100 points between you guys.
Yep.
No, actually, sorry, slightly more than 100 points. That's 105. 105 points.
Still not bad. Ride it up. 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 That's your new theme song, Jim.
No. Raw 1, 2, 17. Okay.
How did John come out with over 200 points for Raw? What the shit?
Well, he had lots of New Day.
I think Rusev got a chunk of points too.
Yeah, Rusev's win.
Rusev got you like 50 points. That helped.
Because for a specialty match.
Yeah.
Yep. Barely won a number one contenders match.
There's that too, yeah. Yeah, because I didn't get no fucking points. Because fucking KO had to go disqualify himself. What the fuck?
The club competed earlier, so they got some competition points.
Yeah. How come you get the honest heels? What the hell?
Also, he has Cesaro, who actually won the match.
He's the only one that competed in the match.
Fair enough, but you know what I mean. So, anyway. So let's go ahead and move on to the SmackDown. Time for
Yes.
me to get a nice hunk of points.
This week on how badly it's John trouncing us. So I'm basically fucked from here on out.
You are nowhere near as fucked as me. You have no grounds to bitch. Shut up.
I'm just saying, for the next two shows, I'm basically getting no points because I have, like, nobody.
That remains to be seen. As soon as my webpage loads. There we go. All right.
Well, I can almost guarantee you 205 Live I'm getting fuck all because I've burned my two people for Raw. They're probably not going to show up on 205 Live. And my Asian brethren have yet to show up, so I have no faith in them right now.
Mm.
So I'm basically fucked when it comes to the cruiserweights.
We shall see. Loading.
Load faster.
All right, SmackDown. Yeah. So, SmackDown Live coming from the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
All right, so the show opens with The Miz making his entrance alongside Maurice. And he gets on mic to tell everybody that they're looking at the It Couple, the rating spike, the most must-see WWE superstar of all time, so on and so forth. He has one New Year's resolution to be more forgiving, and that means that he wants Renee Young to come out and apologize. And SmackDown will not continue until he gets an apology.
Q Ambrose?
He accuses Renee of setting him up to be attacked, and rails against Dean getting a title shot for being on Daniel Bryan's good side. As pointed out by the recapper, they are Dragon Gate USA bros, to be fair.
Did not know that.
The crowd chants they want Ambrose, and Miz says he wants an apology, before continuing to wonder how Renee can sleep at night when she sacrificed her journalistic integrity for dirty deeds with Dean Ambrose. Enter Ambrose.
That sounds like a TV show or some sort of Dirty Deeds with Dean Ambrose. I'd watch that.
Look out, Mike Rowe. So enter Ambrose. Miz immediately hides behind his wife. And Maurice slaps Ambrose across the face. He fused for a sec, and then Miz runs like hell, Maurice following. Dean gets on the mic and says the hard part of the night's over because Maurice hits way harder than Miz does.
Hey then.
So there we go. So promo points to those people.
Fair enough.
All right. Looking for Dean. Here we go. That's 8. It's going to up with 175. And then Maurice. Gonna put her at 80. And then The Miz. Gonna put him at 290. 290. All right. So we throw in a commercial. And we come back for a one-on-one match between Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. And they have about the match that you would expect. Dolph trying to keep the pace up and Corbin trying to slow it down. Corbin does a lot of damage to Ziggler with power moves as Dolph tries to fight back, but to little avail. There's some attacking outside, slamming into the apron. Dolph does finally manage to come back. Managing to throw a punch to the gut, a stomp to the foot. Throws Baron in the corner, hits a splash, a neck breaker, elbow drop. Goes for the famouser, but Corbin throws him off. Hits him with a lariat. They keep going back and forth. Ziggler gets a near fall off a famouser, goes for the zigzag, and another leaping DDT, but Corbin throws him off, ducks him. Dolph ducks him, plants him with the zigzag, but it's not enough. He throws Corbin in the corner and throws punches, but Baron Corbin pushes him back out, slams him with an end of days, and gets the win. So.
Fair enough.
By my calculations, the end of days was Corbin's only move, I think. I'm not sure if Ziggler had more, because Ziggler did a ton of shit, but... Ziggler, let's see. I guess that's another... because there's another one for Ziggler there. Okay. Okay. I don't think Baron Corbin has anything, so I'm not going to worry about that. So, let's see. Ziggler lost the match. He gets 5 for competing. And Ziggler has 5 moves, so 10 points, Dolph. Baron Corbin wins the match, gets 20 points for winning and 5 for competing. And he had 1 move, so 26 points, Corbin.
Fair enough. Baron Corbin for points. Woo!
Indeed. Put him up at 157. Okay. So after the match, Corbin grabs a steel chair, but before he can use it on anybody, Kalisto comes down.
Of course he does.
He ducks the chair shot, that drop kicks the chair out of Corbin's hand before low bridging him and then brandishing the chair. Kalisto distracts Corbin, and then Dolph super kicks him. Yelling about having never needed anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, he super kicked Kalisto.
Okay then.
Dolph heel turned.
Okay then. Didn't see that coming.
I know. So Kalisto didn't actually hit anybody with the chair, but Kalisto does get out of match assault points. So that's 4 points, Kalisto. I'll put it at 52. Okay. Moving along, and technically Dolph gets that too because he super kicked Kalisto, so Dolph's going to get 4 points also. Dolph. Okay. Moving along. We'll go to commercial and we come back to Carmella stretching backstage when James Ellsworth comes over to her. He says he's sorry to interrupt, but wanted to thank her for her kind words and wish her good luck in her match, and he got her a t-shirt, the very one on his back. She hesitates, tells him that he's sweet, and invites him to come and be in her corner for her match tonight. He agrees.
Okay then.
So promo points to those two. Six and James Ellsworth 118. We then cut to another section of the locker room where Rhino, Mojo Rawley, and Apollo Crews are there. And Dolph Ziggler comes in on a tear. Apollo says, you crossed the line with Super King Kalisto like that. Dolph says to mind his business, and Cruz said Kalisto's my friend, so I'm making it my business. He then attacks Apollo Crews and starts beating the crap out of him, and Rhino and Mojo have to pull them apart, and Dolph leaves. So that would be promo for Crews and Ziggler and mini for the other two. Plus out-of-match assault for the two guys. So let's see. Dolph is going to get out-of-match assault as 4. And a mini promo is 3, so 7 more points, Dolph.
All right.
Puts him at 173. Apollo Crews gets promo points and an out-of-match assault. So that's 12 points to Apollo. So it's 76. And then mini promo for Rhino and Mojo. Rhino. Rhino Mojo. Remember when you were a tag team champion and the number 1 contenders, respectively? Yeah, creative doesn't either.
Way to go, Zack Ryder.
Basically. So commentary recaps the women's championship match from last week, and we find out that Becky Lynch has a one-on-one match tonight versus La Luchadora.
Okay.
So they have a back and forth. Luchador goes for a kick of the gut. Becky reverses into a waist lock. Beats the crap out of her. Kicks to the ribs. Face smash on the turnbuckle. Luchador blocks a third smash at the turnbuckle. And charges Becky and but gets caught with an exploder suplex before putting her boots to her in the corner. She bails and goes under the ring before popping out the other side for clubbing blows and a shove to the mat.
Right.
La Luchadora then surprisingly goes up to the top and does a twisted bliss. But Becky Lynch ducks and applies a disarmor and taps her the fuck out. She then pulls off Luchadora's mask, revealing it to be Alexa Bliss.
Dun, dun, dun.
But then another La Luchadora pops out from under the ring and attacks Becky from behind.
What?
Okay.
They beat the shit out of Becky Lynch, and Bliss punctuates this attack with a DDT. So, and the question is: Are we giving all of the Luchadora's points to Alexa, or just the point for the Twisted Bliss from the after she came out from under the ring?
All, I would say all the match queens, because I'm assuming it was Alexa Bliss the whole time.
Not the first half, I don't think.
Yeah, the fact that she went under the ring and came back out was, I think, where they switched places. They pulled they pulled the Twin Magic.
Then I would give her the Twisted Bliss and like the and basically anything that she did, and then we'll have to give real La Luchadora some points too.
We don't know who that is, so for now I'm just going to give it all to Alexa because we don't have La Luchadora on the roster. So
no, that's why I'm saying put La Luchadora on there, and then when it's revealed who she is, then that's who gets the points. If it's revealed before, you know.
But what I'm saying, she's been 3 different people so far. That's the problem.
But we know who it's been. The only one we don't know is the actual La Luchadora, and that's the one that you should put down as La Luchadora, because that's probably who they're going to push as La Luchadora.
Yeah, but we already have a La Luchadora put down with 6 points, is what I'm telling you.
For what?
I don't know. I just write the shit down.
Because I thought
I think that was it.
Because she interfered in Becky and Alexa's match last week.
Yeah, so our assumption is that's the same person who was La Luchadora tonight.
Probably.
And I would just leave it, and I would just add it to that. Is what I would do.
All right, so I'll give her 11 for the match participation, and then we'll give the 1 point to Alexa for the Twisted Bliss.
And I would settle Alexa with the loss, as opposed to La Luchadora. Like, if there's any,
you don't get any points for losing.
I didn't. Yeah, fair enough.
She gets appearance points though.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Alexa 3 appearance points.
Yeah, I would say Alexa would not get the match points. She wasn't technically in the match. She just popped out. In fact, I would consider that interference points technically.
It's a gray area. I'm not gonna go that far.
That's fine.
Well, okay. I'm just saying I would not give match points to Alexa Bliss, is all I'm saying.
I did not give her match points.
Yeah, she didn't get it.
La Luchadora should get the match points.
She got the match points.
Fair enough.
Meanwhile, Becky Lynch gets 20 points for winning a match, 5 for competing. And she got herself 2 moves, so 27 points. Becky.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That's her 167. Moving along.
Well, then, and Luchador and Bliss should get out of match assault, right? For beating her up afterwards.
Yes. 4, 5, 6. And Alexa gets 1 more because that was her DDT finisher. And then La Luchadora would get 4 points also.
Am I the only one who thinks they should have busted out the Los Conquistadores outfits for this?
A what?
Attitude Era.
Edge and
Okay.
Christian as Luchadors.
Ah.
They call them the Los Conquistadores, and they were like all gold luchadors.
Okay then.
Didn't they win the tag titles before they were unmasked? I seem to
don't
recall
know.
that. Fair enough. I could be wrong.
Who knows? Anyway, we go to a commercial and we come back to Daniel Bryan,
Brian.
who's in the ring and welcomes us to the official Styles vs. Cena contract signing for the WWE World Championship at the Royal Rumble.
Sure, why not? We haven't had one of those in a while.
So he brings out Cena and Styles. AJ asks why they're doing this. They go back 12 years and come from the same cloth. They wrestled in high school gyms. They came up the same way, indie circuit. Cena's a lot like them. He's off TV for 4 months and comes back and gets a title shot. How the hell does that work?
There is logic in what he says.
Bryan understands where AJ is coming from, but Styles has to understand where I'm coming from. Last week, we beat Raw in the ratings for the first time ever. You know why? Because you headlined it and Cena came back. We got to keep that momentum going, so I'm going to make the biggest match possible that everybody's going to be talking about, AJ versus Cena.
Match we've already seen 3 times.
No, this is the third one.
Okay, we've already seen twice.
It's the match everybody wants, and Bryan's going to give it to them, and he doesn't know what AJ is worried about. He beat Cena 3 times already. He beat, I guess it actually is 4. Okay. He bids them luck and takes his leave, at which point Styles tells Cena he's the luckiest man alive, gifted this match by his brother-in-law.
Mhm.
But he relents and says Bryan is right. They got to do what's best for SmackDown. Last year, Cena told AJ with the title on his shoulder he had to win to prove he's not just an overrated indie guy. But now if Cena doesn't win, he doesn't belong in the WWE. He beat Cena 3 times, and he wants to do his taunt. Nobody can see him because he's a ghost lately. And AJ takes all the credit for SmackDown's rating success. Spoiler alert, they could do it without Cena. Cena says he's got respect for AJ, but don't try to cover your tracks. I saw Talking Smack. I saw Talking Smack, saw you say you were wrong about The Rock, but I think you were right. And you were telling the truth about The Rock, and guess what? That's the truth about John Cena, too. He'll give Cena credit. He's been great for a long time, but the words has been, in particular, says he'll never be as good as The Rock in Hollywood, and in the ring, he'll never be as good as AJ Styles. AJ signs the contract. Cena says part of being a man is admitting you're wrong and apologizing. Another big part is if somebody pushes you, you push back. It tells Styles he made the biggest mistake of his life, pissing Cena off. He's right. He needs a win to prove he belongs here because chumps like AJ think he's already gone. So he pushes back, says he lost all respect for Styles and thinks he's a punk little bitch. Why is everybody talking about Cena Styles? Because everybody who despises him thinks AJ is his replacement, but they know deep down he's made a career of defending that spot and making him eat his words. He's going to make Styles feel as stupid as he looks. He said, you tell me I have no passion. I just run my shoulder and came back in a fraction of the time. AJ goes where they tell you to go. They tell him to stop. AJ walks down the ramp because he has to. Cena walks down because he wants to. Lots of people would have already left for Hollywood, but he's still here, and that's all the proof he needs of his passion. Everybody needs this match because it's more than Styles and Cena. AJ's no different than anybody else ever said that Cena sucks or trying to knock him off. They try their best but realize on their best day they couldn't beat him. So at the Rumble, bring your family, your friends, the noise, your A game. Cena's still going to kick your ass, take the title because he's John Cena. Recognize.
So is this going to be a title versus career match?
I don't know.
Is this going to be Cena's retirement match? Because that'd be kind of cool.
I don't know, but they're interrupted by Baron Corbin.
Okay, well, points to me.
Who proceeds to remind everybody that on his first day in the WWE, he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal in memory of Andre the Giant. So he's going to make it known right now that he's the first SmackDown superstar not just to enter the Royal Rumble match this year, but that he's going to win it. And it doesn't matter who walks in as WWE champion, he's leaving WrestleMania as the champion. You know, between Raw and this, am I the only one who thinks there needs to be an annual showing of that Rock clip? You know the one?
Rock clip?
That clip of the Rock from the Attitude Era.
Which one?
So, The Rock comes out here and Stone Cold Steve Austin tells The Rock that he's going to win the Royal Rumble. Mankind says that he's going to win the Royal Rumble. No, this guy says he's going to win the Rumble. This squirty little cameraman job right here says he's going to win the Rumble. This guy in the front, this lady in the front row with a sign. Rock, what are you doing after the show? She's thinking about this people's strudel. She just said she's going to win the Royal Rumble. Well, The Rock make this very clear. It doesn't matter who's going to win the Royal Rumble. I love that promo. There seems to be an annual showing of that promo every year. Anyway. So anyway, Cena picks a fight with him, and Corbin says if he talks like that again, he'll knock his teeth down his throat. Cena throws a table away and gets ready to fight, gets blindsided by AJ. Corbin then kneels over the champ and says maybe AJ's right. Cena's time is up. So promo points to those three dudes. And
assault points
to AJ. Yeah. So AJ is going to get 8 for the promo and 4 for the assault is going to be 12 points to AJ, which is going to put him at 345. And then John Cena is going to get himself 8 promo points. It's going to put him at 16. And Baron Corbin is going to get some promo points here. And scroll up here. That's going to put him at 162. Okay. Rolling along. Cut backstage, and Maurice walks up to Renee Young and slaps her in the face.
Okay, then.
Informing her that that's on behalf of her husband and that she should never slap the Miz again. We go to break.
So promo points to Maurice.
I'll give Minnie to Maurice.
And assault to Maurice for slapping her.
Does that constitute assault, John?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. Just because I'm biased, I have Maurice. I didn't want to. Okay. 87 then. So we then come back to the commercial to see Aaliyah from NXT is just randomly here for some reason. And she takes on Carmella.
So put her down and Aaliyah, you've made the list. Since you're an official superstar and not local talent.
I'll list her as SmackDown since that's where she showed up.
Okay.
She's going to get 5 points for competing. I've noted what her fucking moves are, and I don't care.
I'm not even sure she knows her moves.
Probably not. But anyway, she fights. She hits a bunch. She hits a bunch of moves. Let's see. She gets beat up by Carmella, basically.
Okay.
Gets hit with a rear chin lock, Bronco Buster. Aaliyah gets out with elbows and a jawbreaker, hits a suplex and a near fall, hits a shoulder block. She's going for the second, but Ellsworth grabs her by the foot as she bounces off the ropes, and she turns around and eats a super kick, a drop toe hold, and gets tapped out to the code of silence. So Aaliyah gets 5 for competing. Carmella gets 20 for winning. 5 for competing is 25. And Carmella had 2 moves, is 27 points Carmella.
Oh, she's Canadian Middle Eastern. Fair enough. Currently living in Florida.
06, 16, and another
That's where the
7
Performance
is...
Center is.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
One of her finishing moves is the magic carpet ride.
Ha!
Invert leg drop bulldog into a split-legged pin. Admittedly, that sounds awesome, but did you really have to name it the magic carpet ride?
Woo, woo, woo.
It's better than Davari's version of that move.
Her other one is the Arabian Night, which admittedly is a fucking awesome name. It's a moonsault.
Yeah. Anyway, we go to commercial, and we come back from commercial for a tag team match player. In which American Alpha proceed to defeat Breezango with a great amplitude in about 6 seconds.
Okay then.
Like the match opens, Tyler tries to give a fashion ticket to Chad Gable, who tears it up. Belly to bellies him out of his shoes. Jordan gets tagged in. Fandango gets a punched in the face. Shoulder block on Breeze. Up, grand amplitude, pinfall.
Wow.
So a grand amplitude win by pinfall. Wait, grand amplitude went to... American Alpha win by pinfall via grand amplitude. There we go.
Thank you.
Okay, so Breezango get 5. Thank you for showing up points. So let's see, Fandango 18, and then Breeze. Tyler Breeze. Yeah, he gets 5 points, 25. Okay, so Chad Gable did not win the match, so he gets 15 points. Plus another 5 for competing is 20, and 1 for the grand amplitude is 21 points to Chad Gable. 27-37 is 238. And Jason Jordan gets 20 for winning the match, 5 for competing, and 1 for the grand amplitude is 26 to Jason Jordan. So that's going to be 59, and another 6 is 164. All right. However, following this match,
Okay.
and the Wyatt family are in a smoke-filled room somewhere, and Bray Wyatt informs them that the American Alpha that nothing lasts forever, and you to appreciate the moment. Reality will eventually hit, and you haven't won anything just yet. You may think you've stolen the light that binds our family, but you've only made it stronger. And next week we will reclaim what is rightfully ours. He takes his leave, and Luke Harper steps forward, only for Randy Orton to step directly in front of him and tell American Alpha to run.
So Orton is not turning face?
I don't know. But anyway, promo points to the Wyatt family, or at least to Bray and Randy. I'm going to give Minnie to Harper.
Fair enough.
Because he was there. That's going to be 5. And then Bray. 8 points, Bray. Put him at 176. And Orton. Randy Orton. Puts him at 216. Okay. Rolling along, we go to commercial. And we come back for Nikki Bella and Natalya are in the ring because they wanted to address each other. Nikki says that she wishes she could despise Natty for what she did, but she just can't do it. She feels sorry for her because she, it's all about, thinks it's all about looks and stuff, but Nikki and Brie have worked hard. It's not just about the fact that they're, more the diva type.
It's not about the fact that I have fake shit in my tits. No, not at all.
She points out Natalia's riding on her family's legacy, and Natty says she takes nothing from her family, to which Bella mentions her music and the sharpshooter.
Ah, where did John go?
No!
I'll be
Oh,
back
there
in a
he is.
minute. Calm down.
Oh. We
And
have
that's
Pixel
true
Head.
about
We have
Natalia.
Pixel Head. That's sufficient.
Yeah.
Pixel Richter.
I would also like to point out that it has been scientifically proven by the Mythbusters that bigger boobs equals bigger tips.
Okay, then.
Make of that what you will.
So, rolling along. She calls Natty the nothing of the Hart family, and Natalia calls her selfish, and she calls up a tweet that Bret Hart sent about Nikki being one of his favorites. She does say she doesn't want to know the things that Nikki did to get Bret to send that tweet out.
Wow.
But as far as she's concerned, she's better than Bret ever was.
Wow. She's going full heel. Holy shit.
She says that Nikki used her sex appeal to get what she wants, and she's beautiful, but beauty fades. And when her beauty fades, John Cena's going to leave you. And when he does, she's going to die alone. She then punctuates that statement with a "you can't see me" taunt and a bell hammer. Nikki responds with a bell hammer, I should say.
Oh. What's a bell hammer?
The bull hammer, but it's a bell hammer.
Is that what they're actually calling it now?
That is what this recapper called it. Whether that's official or not, I don't know.
Wow. And what does Mr. Hammer feel about? How does Mr. Hammer feel about this?
I don't think he's there.
Oh. We need an opinion from the Hammer about the bell hammer.
Bella hammer.
Bella Hammer. Well, we'll ask him when he comes back.
Indeed. In the meantime, promo points to those two and assault to Natalia. An assault to Nikki, rather.
And finisher to Nikki.
Yep, so let's see here. So Natalia is going to get herself... Where the hell am I? Down here. Natalia. There we go. 8 points for promo. Is, let's see.
They should call that the FU number 2.
So that's 52. And then that's all she got. And then Nikki gets 8. The finisher is 9. And the assault is 13, which puts her at 87. We cut to the back where Dean walks into an interview and says he's going to make this real simple. He's going to take the most important thing from The Miz tonight. No, not his wife, his Intercontinental Championship. We go to commercial. We come back for a commercial, and the extraordinary gentleman Jack Gallagher is for some reason on this program.
Aren't the Cruiserweights exclusive to Raw?
It looked like a pre-recorded thing. He basically just cuts a promo about him dueling Arya Daivari and says that he'll be in action on 205 Live and to tune in.
Okay, then.
So,
duel him again?
No, he's talking about his last week's duel, how he beat him.
Oh, okay.
So, Jack Gallagher gets promo points. Woo!
That's illegal. That breaks exclusivity.
Well, it wasn't actually there. They just played a videotape.
Still, his likeness should be exclusive to Raw.
So, following this, commentators hype up that next week you're going to get to see Natalia versus Nikki Bella, American Alpha versus the Wyatt family for the tag titles, and Baron Corbin versus John Cena in what should be the worst match we have ever seen.
Okay, then.
Well, I'm sorry. Who's going to carry that match?
AJ Styles.
Okay, then.
Well, you know he has to get involved.
Maybe. He's probably on commentary.
And it can't be any worse than Cena v. The Miz.
Yeah.
There's John. Hey, Mr. Hammer, we need an opinion.
Yo.
Bella Hammer, go.
Bella Hammer?
Yes.
That like the name of her move?
Yes.
Bull Hammer? She
Yes.
called it the Bella Hammer?
According to this supposed journalist.
This recapper has called it the Bella Hammer. Whether that is official, we do not know.
If they're gonna base the name of it off Bullhammer, that's probably the best they would have done.
Yeah.
Also, apparently Natalia's going full on heel, basically saying she's the best heart there is, there was, and there ever will be. So yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, to be
Anyway.
fair, she did win a belt that Brett can't win.
That's true.
But that's only because WWE took pity on her.
Yeah, I still don't think I don't know if they could take enough pity to have him compete for the women's belt. That'd be kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, he's got the hair for it.
Anywho. So, all sorts of fun things happening next week. And now we're going to bring this home with our main event. It's Dean Ambrose versus The Miz for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
It's the main event.
It's the main event, baby.
Fuck you.
So, match opens with Dean beating the crap out of The Miz. Miz manages to escape, and Dean chases him around for a while. There's a whip, reversal. Ambrose dodges and goes for dirty deeds, but Miz bails out again. They roll in, they roll out, they roll in, they roll out. The ref counts. Miz makes his way in with Dean's back turn, but Ambrose feints, throws him out, takes him over to the steps, and then over the timekeeper's barricade. He then atomic drops Miz balls first on the barricade.
Ow.
Indeed. He then hits it. He then forearms him over the barricade into the crowd. A-lister bails again after he gets thrown back in the ring. He follows Miz across the announce table before torpedoing him back in the ring, at which point Maurice yells at him and distracts him, and Miz gets the opportunity to throw a drop kick before throwing Ambrose into the steps. Go to commercial, and we come back to Miz charge to Ambrose, only to get back body dropped onto the outside floor. He then hits him with an elbow drop in the aisle. He throws the champ back in the ring, ducks a lariat, throws some back elbows, hits his rebound lariat. Comes off the turnbuckle with a forearm, but Miz blocks the bulldog. Schoolboy for two. Dean tries dirty D's again, fails. More back and forth. Skull Crushing finale gets reversed into a victory roll for a 2 count. Neck breaker. Dean gets another 2 count. Miz cuts him off with a punch, climbs up top. Ambrose blocks, throws headbutts to knock Miz off the top. Maurice argues before he can capitalize, and Miz is in a position to hit him with a Skull Crushing finale off the dive. Not enough. They're both spent to get to their feet. Miz cuts Ambrose off with the Daniel Bryan kicks to the chest. Ambrose ducks the big finale one. Big boot feeds Dean into the ropes, and pendulum lariat connects. Dean punches himself in the face to fire himself up because he's apparently a hardcore superstar now. Kick to the gut, goes for the dirty deeds, but Miz slips out again. Suicide dive. Maurice slaps Dean Ambrose in the face in full view of the referee. Dan has no choice. The referee was going to disqualify him, but Ambrose follows and grabs the ref's hand and begs him to use discretion. So Engler just ejects Maurice instead. Miz then takes advantage to clobber Ambrose with a title belt and cover him, but Ambrose kicks out anyway. Miz then drags Ambrose to his feet and puts him in, sets up for the Skull Crushing finale, but Dean slips out, reverses, dirty deeds, new Intercontinental Champion. Boom shakalaka. So, Maurice gets accompaniment and ejection points.
And
again, we give points for an ejection for some reason. I still don't know why.
And interference.
Yeah. So 10 for ejection, 6 for interference, and 5 for accompaniment is 21 points Maurice. So that's 88, 98, 108 for Maurice. And then The Miz competed in this match. So he gets 5 for competing in the match. He gets 4 for it being the main event is 9. And he hits 4 move points. Is 13 points to The Miz. Oh. 16 points because he hit Ambrose with the title belt.
Fair enough.
Where is he? The Miz, fucking 16 points. That's going to put Miz at 306. Miz crests 300.
Nice.
Yay for you.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Dean Ambrose is going to get himself 20 points for winning the match. He's going to get himself 40 points for winning the belt is 60. He's going to get himself another 9 for competing in and winning the main event is 69. 5 points for actually competing in the match is 74. And moves-wise is another 10. So 84 points, Dean Ambrose.
Wow.
Let me see here.
That's a lot of points.
84. Not enough to make a dent in the gap, but 84 plus the 175 that he had puts Dean at 259. Puts him 10 points behind Charlotte. All right, and puts him back in the top 10 to boot. So, that's SmackDown. Let's see where we're at.
Indeed.
So, 36-70. Oh, look at this. 60 points between you guys. Look at this shit.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So, 36-76 for Hug Life. 36-19 for the KO show.
This is close. This is going to be a nail biter, folks.
Oh, yeah. And 24.98 for me. So I did get like 200 points, but still not enough to put a gap in anything. Let's put a dent in the gap, rather. So let's wrap this up. Let's go to 205 Live. Shall we?
And this is where that gap re-widens.
Let's find out. Because most of the evening's points are going to me. All right.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
So welcome to 205 Live.
Okay.
So open with an awesome video package. As per the usual. The commentators inform us that Rich Swann will be unable to compete due to the injury that dastardly Neville inflicted on him last week. So he's not around.
Thank you, Jimson.
You're welcome. But somebody to be drafted because in our opening match we have the debut return of Tajiri.
The Japanese buzzsaw.
Oh yeah. So I would like to posit that I should get Tajiri because I have one less superstar than you guys.
Sounds good.
See, I was going to posit I should get to Jerry because I have like no cruiserweights.
Bullshit, you have no cruiserweights.
I only have one of any worth.
Nobody said of worth, you have cruiserweights.
Yeah, but I only have one of worth. I only have one that's actually getting me any points, and that's Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, shit happens. Get over it. Stop whining. You've got Cedric Alexander. You've got Ho-Ho Loon. You've got Lindsay Dorado. You've got Mustafa Ali, who's going to earn you some points tonight, by the way. And technically, you have Sin Cara if you count him.
And I have the former champion who's doing fuck all.
Oh, yeah, and the Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, but you're the one getting all the cruiserweight points. And you're the one who's been consistently getting most of the cruiserweight points aside from Rich Swann. Rich Swann's like, and that's the only reason why John is even in the lead of period and in cruiserweights because of Rich Swann. You have most of the good cruiserweights, Jim. You've been getting most of the cruiserweight points consistently.
He's got Davari and Noam Dar. And not to mention the fucking Bollywood boys. And Grand Metalik.
who hasn't been doing much. But you have Gallagher, you have Neville, who just came back, who's been getting a lot of points. You have
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes, and that's the only reason I'm not further behind. It's a fucking 900-point gap. I'm taking Tajiri.
That's fine. That'll even it up to people.
Because that'll even our numbers, and then we'll worry about the other people that don't have points a little later on. So remind me, John, how do I add a column to this fucking thing?
Yeah, click there, click that one, and then hit tab.
Tab.
On the left. There you go.
Tajiri. I guess that makes him raw because he's a cruiserweight. Active. Now, will this automatically add him to the other list, Rick, when I refresh it?
Should, yeah.
Okay. So let us go ahead. So Tajiri makes his debut. And he defeats Sean Maluda in under 3 minutes.
Who the fuck is that?
Sean Maluda was a cruiserweight that competed in the Cruiserweight Classic tournament. He is a Samoan.
Okay, I remember that. I think
and was trained by his uncle Afa. He is one of those Samoans.
So add him to the list since he's officially on the roster now.
Yeah, I'll put him on the bottom for now. We can draft him later if need be. Because he just basically served as a jobber, so we don't know if he's going to be regular or not.
More than likely. Obviously, they hired him, so more than likely he's on the roster. And with his pedigree, I don't think they're going to risk firing him.
Well, we'll see. Because with his pedigree, do they really need somebody else to either A, get turned heel and forgotten about, or B, get booed out of the building every week despite being a face?
The Usos say what?
As I said, heel turned and forgotten about.
Yeah.
I'll put it to you this way. Did you see the Usos on SmackDown?
Fair enough.
Breezango got a fucking match.
I'm going to say, I don't know. I didn't see SmackDown.
Fucking Mojo Rawley got screen time. The Usos did not. Anyway. So, they go back and forth, and Tajiri basically beats the crap out of him. Including but not limited to applying the tarantula and ending it with a buzzsaw kick.
No poison mist?
Not in the match.
Yeah, wait for that.
So anyway, so Tajiri proceeds to, let's see. So Sean Maluda is going to get himself 5 showing up points. So 5 points Maluda. And then Tajiri is going to get himself 20 for winning a match, 5 for competing in 2 of the moves. Is 27 points Tajiri.
Okay.
Meanwhile, immediately following the match, as Tajiri is in the ring, I'm the man with a plan. As Brian Kendrick comes out, Tajiri looks ready, and Kendrick plays up accolades welcoming Tajiri, saying it's glad to have another cruiserweight veteran like him, someone who knows the division, who's been around for decades, who knows what's going on. He says we got to get rid of the trash first, and he kicks Maluda's limp body out of the ring. And then offers a handshake to Tajiri, welcoming him to the program. Tajiri takes Kendrick's hand and shakes it. And then Green mists him the fuck in the face.
It makes sense. You'd want the person who's used to it, who knows how to take it, to take it. Because Kendrick has taken many of those in his day.
Yep. So Kendrick takes the green mist, which seems a little bit thicker and darker than usual.
That's what
Maybe they amended the formula.
Maybe they're using the Japanese version of the formula.
Maybe, but anyway, he gets green. Also, Tajiri looks weird without a goatee. I'm just saying.
Oh, is it clean-shaven Tajiri?
It's clean-shaven Tajiri.
I've seen clean-shaven Tajiri.
So anyway, Kendrick eats the green mist.
Fair enough.
Promo points to those 2 dudes.
Foreign object use for Tajiri?
What the shit?
What'd you do?
No, I fixed it. I fixed it. I'm okay.
Stop failing.
Anyway, so let's see. Yeah, number one. No, yeah, I guess a couple of questions here. Number one, does green mist count as a weapon? Number two, does it count as an assault?
Yes to assault. I wouldn't count it as a weapon. I'd count it as like a signature, though.
Okay, that's fair. So that would be 5 extra points to Tajiri. So
I guess
that would
technically it's a weapon, but I was like associated with.
we'll put him at 32. And then Brian Kendrick will get some promo points.
See, the reason I would consider it a weapon is because I would consider it in the same vein as brass knucks to the face. It's basically the same thing. Maybe that's just me.
So meanwhile, backstage, Neville is interviewed. And he makes a point about his match that he's having a match against TJ Perkins in this evening's main event. And points out that TJ Perkins never would have won the tournament and become the champion if he had been in the tournament. He talks about TJ's struggles. What about my struggles? I've been discriminated against by everyone in this country because of how I sound and how I look.
No.
I found out when the system is broken, you create your own system. So, promo points, Neville. Put him at 147. Then we have a promo video for Tony Nese.
In a suit?
I don't know. I didn't actually see the promo. I did actually watch 205 Live just earlier tonight, but I did not see that particular portion. So that happens. So I guess, does Nese get promo points for that? Hello?
I'm thinking. Because we usually don't give them for video packages.
Then we won't bother. Moving along.
Okay.
Simple as that. We go to a commercial. And we come back for a match in which the extraordinary gentleman Jack Gallagher takes on Tony Nese with Arya Daivari in his corner.
Okay, then. Tony Nese is cheating on Drew Gulak. What the fuck?
And Daivari is wearing a slick suit, and there was a great moment where Mauro Ranallo comments on the suit, and Corey proceeds to reply, "What do you know about style, Mauro? You bought that suit from Walmart." So they recap the gentleman's duel, and they do so with a black and white filter and classy old timey music.
So they rated Aiden English's collection?
Yes.
Pretty much. Also, it is important to know that Jack Gallagher's umbrella is named William.
Oh. I would have called it Chris.
Wow.
I don't get it.
Resident Evil.
Ah.
Because Umbrella, I always think.
Oh, corporation. Ah, okay. That's what you did there. Fair enough. Anyway, so they have themselves a back and forth match in which Gallagher just shines, reversing out of things and countering things in ways that no man should be able to. And after a lot of this going on, Nese rolls to the outside and Villainy beckons as Daivari comes in with a chop block, taking Gallagher down and resulting in a disqualification. Jack Gallagher wins by DQ.
And then a beatdown commences?
It's not noted here, but I'm assuming so.
Well, considering it determines points or not, you can't just assume.
Well, it doesn't say. I can't tell you. So. Well, anyway, in the interim, Davari gets accompaniment and interference points, so 10 points Davari. And then Tony Nese loses by disqualification. So therefore, he would get 5 for competing, -4 is 1 point for him. So 1 point, Tony Nese. $73. And then Jack Gallagher wins, but he wins by an unintentional disqualification on his part. So that means that he does not get any points for that victory, so he'll just get 5 points for competing. And that will be that. Damn you, Davari. All right. So we cut backstage where Alicia Fox and Cedric Alexander are walking down the hallway.
Wait, what? Huh? Okay.
Come on, what?
Trying to figure something out here.
Figure it out faster.
Who came out? Who's that with Tony Nese?
Davari.
No, that's not. Davari came out from backstage dressed to wrestle and beat the fuck out of Gallagher at the end of the match. That was not Davari with Tony Nese. That's somebody else. Davari should have post-match beatdown because he just wrecked Gallagher after the match because he came in and chop blocked him, DQ, and then just beat the fuck out of him for a solid minute and a half. So the guy in the suit that was out there with Tony Nese was not Davari.
Is that Mustafa Ali?
Racist.
And I don't know who it
Didn't you
is
say he
because
was out there?
WWE didn't show the start of the match when they came down, so I don't know who the fuck that is. Is that Gulak? Is that Drew Gulak with him? That might be Drew Gulak in the suit.
I don't know. Let's see.
Yes, that is Drew Gulak with him. Gulak is the one in the suit. So Gulak should get accompaniment points.
Okay, so we'll take 5 points away from Davari and give them to Gulak.
Correct. And then Davari should get beat down.
Which is 4. So 146. Okay. And then we want to give 5 points to Gulak. Where is he? So it's 71. Okay.
Indeed.
All right. Rolling on. So we cut backstage to Alicia Fox and Cedric Alexander, where Cedric's concerned about how much he's losing, and Alicia's all apologies about it. He said it's not Alicia's fault. I just want you to be safe. There's then an NXT promo.
So promo points to those two.
Yep. Promo to Alicia and Cedric. 32 and Alicia 78. Okay. We then go back out to the ring where the Scottish supernova Noam Dar takes on Mustafa Ali.
That's where. Okay.
Let me guess, Mustafa Ali loses.
Well, let's see. So Gnome screams at the ref for a rope corner break when there is a submission hold applied. There's a stiff spinning heel kick, and it's amazing that Gnome doesn't come out bloody after that. It's a nasty looking drop kick on Ali from Gnome as he gets in the ring. Gnome starts targeting an arm. He uses the corner to attack Ali in the same way he was complaining about earlier in the match, so that makes him a hypocrite. Snapmare into an armbar, modified crossface. Ali escapes, does a flip out of the corner, unleashes a crowd-popping 3DT.
Okay.
On-apron roundhouse kick from Ali into a dive through the ropes rolling neck breaker. Gnome reverses a flying attack into an armbar with an added twist torque on the arm. After a good time in the lock, he rolls Gnome into a pin to break the hold. He smashes Gnome with a kick in the corner. Gnome then falls down and gets hit with a delightful inverted 450 from Mustafa Ali for the win.
Nice.
So, by calculation, Noam Dar had 1 point for a move, so 6 points to Noam Dar. Noam Dar, where the hell is he? Oh, here he is. So 6 points puts him at 102. Mustafa Ali gets 20 for winning, 5 for competing, and 3 for moves is 28 points to Mustafa Ali. 5 and then another 8 is 83. And you can stop bitching about your lack of cruiserweights now.
Mm.
So meanwhile, Noam Dar is a post-match interview. And basically talks about some stuff. Basically just talking some crap about who's he was, being sleazy Noam Dar. So promo points to Noam Dar. What's him at 110? We then followed up for a promo package for Akira Tozawa. Where are you woohooing? I have him.
Was WWE racist against Chinese people? What the fuck?
Oh, 11. Okay. Anyway. So next up, we're going to go on to the main event. Neville versus TJ Perkins.
Neville wins, probably.
He does. So now they go back and forth, and they tell a great story of TJ trying to get the advantage, but Neville just overpowering him.
Hey.
And how skilled both of these guys are in their reversals. Neville being aggressive. Applying the headlocks, taking him down. TJ trying to pick the pace up. Ed Zaguri trying to go for... he goes for a twisting 450 Phoenix splash and misses. Oh, no, that was Neville who missed that move. Sorry. TJ hits a basement dropkick, neck breaker, corkscrew plancha, diving crossbody. Throws a bunch of moves. Neville sets TJ up on top with a superplex. TJ then performs a precision springboard Frankensteiner.
Damn.
Off the top. Neville kicks out of that. They have back and forth grappling. Neville hits TJ with 2 kicks. TJ counters with one of his own and they're hard kicks too. Like there's some painful ass looking kicks, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
TJ throws in a triangle wrecking ball drop kick. And then Neville hits a German German wheelbarrow suplex, the overtop, but he paused in midair with just holding just TJ like in midair for a second before bridging it backward perfectly.
Nice.
That's great. And then TJ kicks out. TJ kicks him in the face. TJ tries to go up top. Neville crotches him on the top rope. He then goes up with a big kick to the head. And he then hits the big, glorious superplex, which is apparently Neville's new finishing move.
So he has stopped using the red arrow?
And Neville gets the win. Apparently, now the superplex is his finisher.
I guess they're trying to push him as the strength of the division, the power.
I guess. So, with that, TJ Perkins loses. So TJ has 5 for competing, 2 for points, and 4 for being in the main event. Is 11 points to TJ Perkins. Put him at 180 even. And Neville wins the match for 20 points for winning. 9 for being in and winning the main event is 29. 5 for competing is 34. And move-wise, he had 3. Is 37 points. Neville. That's 77, and another 7 is 184 for Neville. And there we go.
I mean to ask you, why do you say his name twice?
I'll tell you after we stop recording. But in the meantime, let's go to the scores. 3707 for Hug Life, 3662 for KO Show, and 2605 for Certified Lunatic. So still 1,000 points behind. I won a title and achieved nothing.
Yep, and because I have virtually no cruiserweights, my gap has now widened from what it was at the end of SmackDown. I believe.
All right, let's see. So 3707.
No, you closed it by like 20 points.
Did I?
3662.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
And 2605.
It's going to come down to the Rumble, isn't it?
Apparently, yeah.
Seems like it. Just remember, though, there is a SmackDown Tag Team title match next week.
Mm.
All right. So that is where we are. Let's go to the leaderboards.
Mm-hmm.
We'll save that, hit a refresh one more time. And let's do this. So, despite taking a week off, Rich Swann is still well in the fucking lead.
Ooh.
It's true. Nobody in WWE can handle this. So still at 437 is Rich Swann still in the lead. Roman Reigns has overtaken KO.
That's because KO fucking hit Seth Rollins with a goddamn ring bell.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
God damn it. Come on, Kev.
So Roman Reigns pops up in a second at 381. KO at 363 in third. Followed by the world champion AJ Styles at 345, coming in fourth. The Miz, the former Intercontinental Champion, in fifth at 306. Charlotte, the Raw Women's Champion, holding strong in sixth place at 269. In seventh is the new Intercontinental Champion, Dean Ambrose, at 259. The SmackDown Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss, keeping up at the top 10 at 247. And number 8. Number 9 is one half of the tag champs, Chad Gable, at 238. And still holding in there is 1/3 of the former Raw tag champs, Big E, at 234.
Fair enough.
Rounding out the top 10. I'd like to point out, how much as I still only have 2 of the top 10 people.
Yes.
Whereas you each have 4.
Yes. That's because we have most of the champions.
Yeah.
Because you notice all the people who are in the top 10 they're all champions.
True, except Big E.
Yeah, but he was champion for most of the run, so it counts.
And Miz.
No, that we, as in me and John, have.
Oh, right.
You know, and the reason Big E's even up there is because he was a champion.
Yeah.
True, although I'm relatively certain Big E's getting dethroned next week if Randy manages to pull a tag team title victory out of his ass.
Yeah.
And Rollins is closely coming in too, so depending on what Rollins does next week.
Big E's going to get dethroned the next time Sheamus and Cesaro have a tag team title match.
Well, that too.
Because I don't think, well, I'm afraid they might pull the trigger on the Bullet Club, and that will piss me right off. However, there's a good chance Sheamus and Cesaro will retain.
We shall see. But that is where we are, folks, and that is once again our program.
Indeed.
So, with that, I thank you two for joining me as always.
Before we sign off, there is one other thing I wanted to talk about. Since we mentioned Aaliyah. Yeah. How's this for a low point in debuting? So we know Divas like to debut, like come out with Triple H during his entrance, or
female superstars.
Female superstars. Well, back then it was Divas, but they come out with Triple H, during his entrance, or they come out as like one of the Godfather's hoes. How would you like this to be your debut? You come out as one of Tyler Breeze's models at NXT TakeOver.
There you go.
That was Aaliyah's debut. Remember that entrance where all the models came out? We're like, what the fuck is this? And it was, it's Tyler Breeze's entrance. She was one of the models.
Okay, then.
Yeah, that's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
I think you're going to come up with an established superstar's entrance. Awesome. Who? Tyler Breeze.
We can't all drive a car like DDP.
Ha.
Oh, that's something I didn't mention because it's not confirmed yet, but heavy rumors indicate that DDP will be the first inductee in the 2017 Hall of Fame class.
It's a good thing.
That's not confirmed yet, so grain of salt, but heavy rumors are indicating this. And with that, let us wrap this up. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me, as always.
Thank you.
Excellent.
This has been the Fantasy Log. Stay tuned tomorrow night for a special when the three of us are going to be back here on a Friday, and we're going to go through and we're going to give out our year-in review wrestling awards for 2016. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Join us for that. Same bad time, same bad channel. I'm James Phoenix. Peace.
Night.